They laughed at her boots in silence until she raised the final paddle and owned what they'd killed to touch. The auction hall glittered with chandeliers and designer suits. Wine glasses clinked. Whispers floated through the room like smoke. Wealth was the language, and the poor weren't invited to speak. Until she walked in. Grace Harper, 32, daughter of a third-generation farmer. She stepped across the velvet carpet in scuffed leather boots and a simple beige cotton dress. Her dark brown braid fell over one shoulder, and her steady gaze didn't flinch beneath the glares of real estate moguls and trust funds. Beside her, her father, Harold Harper, 67, gray-haired, tan-skinned, rough hands tucked behind his back, stood silently. He didn't need to say anything. His daughter was the voice now. "Ma'am, bidders must be pre-approved," a young assistant whispered, eyes glancing down at Grace's boots. "I am," she replied, producing a golden envelope with a handwritten RSVP signed by the estate's lawyer. Inside was a bank statement that turned the assistant's smirk into panic. Still, the crowd chuckled as Grace and her father took their seats in the front row. "This is no place for field hands," someone muttered behind them. Another voice scoffed. "She won't last past the first bid." The auctioneer cleared his throat. "Ladies and gentlemen, we begin bidding on Willow Creek Manor, the crown jewel of the late Whitmore estate. Starting bid $2 million. A paddle went up. Then another. Then 10 more. Numbers flew. Grace remained still. $3.5 million. $4 million. The whispers behind her grew louder. "She's out of her league. She's here for the drama." They didn't know. They didn't know that 10 years ago, Harold Harper had been forced to sell 200 acres to the Whitmore family, in a crooked deal that nearly crushed their farm. They didn't know Grace had gone to school on scholarship, studied land law, built a renewable energy company on leased farmland, and quietly become a multimillionaire. Every dollar earned, not inherited. And they definitely didn't know. She now had her eye on the very estate that once overlooked their ruined fields. $5 million, someone shouted. $5.5, another barked. The room turned toward Grace as she finally raised her paddle. $6 million. Silence. A man in a blue suit with perfect hair, Daniel Whitmore III, grandson of the late tycoon, stood up. $7 million. Grace didn't blink. $8. Gasps. Daniel snarled. $9 million. The room buzzed. Grace raised her paddle, calm as ever. $10 million. Cash. Silence fell like a stone. The gavel slammed. Sold. The room erupted, not in applause but disbelief. Daniel stormed out. Others shook their heads. But Harold smiled. Outside, reporters swarmed. "Miss Harper, why this estate?" Grace looked to the manor behind her, then to her father. "They took our land. Today we took back our dignity." They mocked her silence. Her boots. Her background. She walked away owning what they could only dream of. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel.